Good afternoon everyone, I hope you're doing well, that you're having a lovely week so far. My name's Emily and welcome to MemilyMakes. Okay, so I have a lot to get through today. I also have a very busy day and apparently a very croaky throat right now, which is very on cue for me, unfortunately. It's that time of year, hay fever, it just messes with all the sinuses and all the, you know, wonderful goodness that you don't need it to mess with. But hey, it is the joy of summer approaching and it's beautiful today, it's absolutely stunning. I've got some vents open on the doors. We've got some doors that lead out into the garden. The vents are open, so you may hear birds. I apologise if you do hear them and they are distracting. I do apologise for that. But yeah, I need them open today. It's really warm in here. Speaking of warm, I'll get on to what I'm wearing. So this is one of my favourite shawls. And it's quite nice for summer because it's a one skein shawl and it's really lightweight. It's lovely. I'll take it off and show you it a bit more. It's the wrong way around, hang on. Yes, there we go. So this is the lightweight hipster shawl by Locatelli. It's got these lovely large twisted yarn overs that just create this lovely pattern. I'll bring that closer, you can kind of see them there. And then it's got a lovely lace work in between those. Now, the yarn that I've used is very busy. True to form, it's very busy. So you can't really see the lace work, as pretty as it is. But I love this shawl, I absolutely adore it. The yarn is by the yarn artist, I had to think then. It's by the yarn artist and the colourway is Kandinsky's Circles in a Circle. It's one of my favourite paintings. The yarn artist dyes yarn inspired by paintings. So yeah, I had to have this skein of yarn and I thought a one skein shawl would be perfect for it because it just demonstrates it beautifully. I think it's absolutely stunning and the pattern is so much fun. I believe Joji does have a bigger version of this shawl. The lightweight hipster version is for one skein. And I was very, very low. I was playing yarn chicken at the end. But it's beautiful, isn't it? It is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to leave it off because it's very warm today. And I feel like I'm going a million miles an hour. I'm just going to have a sip. Nothing like a sip of tea to slow you down. I'm in my Bear Hug in a mug cup today. Really cute mug. Oh, I didn't show you the little bear with his little heart hug, very cute. And the tea, I got my new subscription today, so I signed up for a tea subscription. I love tea and I love different flavours of tea, and I signed up with Bird and Blend, not sponsored by the way. I just like them. And this box that came this week was my second box, so you get three 20-gram pouches. I'm just reading. 3 20-gram pouches of tea. They're a mystery, we don't know what they are. And the one I'm drinking at the moment is from my new box and it is called Butter Brew. There you go. Oh, it's delicious. It is quite buttery actually. I don't know how they've managed that, but yeah, it's got a hint of butter in there. It's beautiful. Right, now I'm going to get stuck in. I've got a lot to do today, a lot of work on. As you do. I have taken on a sort of another client, so my Wednesdays are starting to become a bit more packed. I need to sit down and figure out my timings of everything, but for now my schedule for YouTube is going to be the same. So every Thursday you will get my weekly podcast around about 4 o'clock UK time, and then every month on a Saturday, it can vary which Saturday it will be, but I will aim for the first Saturday of the new month, as long as it's not a Saturday, but that's the aim. But I will let you know in the weekly podcast when it's coming, and that will be a monthly wrap up, so I'll let you know all the finished objects that I finished in the month and things like that, and my project count. Yeah, I think that's been working okay. Obviously let me know what you think. I do still have plans in my mind of other videos that I would like to do. It's just getting a handle on my work situation, and then I can start thinking about, you know, all these other little videos that I can do for you. But yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to see, anything you're interested in. I could always do a show and tell of all the shawls that I have made, because there are many. But yeah, just let me know what you think and what you're interested in. I could perhaps drag out all of my yarn and show you all the yarn that I've got. I did think of doing that with my Toft stuff, but I'm going to show you that. I'm going to explain why in a moment. But first, I do have 2 finished objects for you. This is probably not going to be a surprise, but I have finished my mini bluebell and my mini tulip for Toft. So these 2 little guys were a pack that I bought. Yeah, it was a pack from Toft, and it was just obviously the pattern for both. So the mini bluebell and the mini tulip. You got all the yarn, all the stuffing, and I believe you got a needle and a crochet hook as well, embroidery needle and a crochet hook. So you had everything you needed to make these 2 little guys. They're a bit top heavy, but that's fine. I loved the construction of this one. The bluebell, this outer bit here, the head of the flower I should say, is actually a little hood that sits on top. There you go, it's kind of loose. I really enjoyed the construction of that one, really enjoyed it. This one, the tulip, I did struggle with, although it's my favourite flower. I did struggle with this one. I couldn't quite get the sewing right in for the petals, but I think I did okay. But yes, these are practice, because in July I'm going down to Kew Gardens and I'm going to be doing the workshop with Toft down at Kew Gardens. So I'm very excited for it, but I thought I've not made a flower monster before now. Granted, these 2 are probably very, very simple in terms of the flower monsters that are out there, and they are mini, so I consider them just a little practice really. Practice run. But yeah, I'm really pleased with them, and it kind of made me think that I do have a lot of Toft yarn, a lot of Toft kits, patterns and everything like that. So I think it was a nice breath of fresh air doing these 2, and I think what I need to do is perhaps do a Toft. You know, just keep a Toft project going throughout the months, and then I can slowly chip away at all of the projects that I've got to do, because there are a lot of them and it would be nice to finish them. But yeah, tulip and bluebell done. Very, very pleased. So I'll put them over there. Now, on to my works in progress. Unfortunately, I have done no work on my For Fox's Sake sweater. Reason being, I have swapped out my bedtime knitting from the For Fox's Sake. So For Fox's Sake is over there. It's in the corner, the naughty corner. There's no reason why it's in the naughty corner, but it just is. So I've swapped that out, and I'm working on a different project at bedtime, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Just because I'm finding that project more fun, which is probably why I end up with paused whips, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I will finish it. The first work in progress item that I have for you is my Very Veronica socks. Pattern is by Twin Set and Pearl, and the yarn is by Botanical Yarn. Again, this is part of the Botanical Yarn Twin Set and Pearl collaboration. They're doing a sock club, and it started in 2022, so January of 2022. I'm struggling with words, I don't know why, but hey, we're going with it. January 2022 was when they first started it. I subscribed for that year, so I've got all the way from January to December 2022. These are Augusts, so that is why I've not subscribed to 2023 subscription. It is still running, so you can still go onto Botanical Yarn's website and sign up for that. I believe that Twin Set and Pearl are releasing all of their designs that they've done as part of this club. They are releasing them, I believe it's 6 months after the the month of the sock club. So you will be able to get hold of the patterns. If you've seen any of the socks that I've shown you, you will be able to get hold of them. If not now, eventually. Equally for me, because obviously I thought, oh my gosh, I love these patterns and I really don't want to miss out on 2023's patterns. I will be able to get hold of them, so it's fine. No, nobody panic. Mostly to me, because I love their designs. So yes, just bear that in mind as well. Now, on to progress. I have finished the first sock. That was a couple of weeks ago. Can't remember exactly when. Probably 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I'm working on the second sock. So we'll start with where the gummy is. He is there. I hadn't finished the cuff last week, but I have now. And I'm not very far, much further on, but there you go. There's a little bit of progress there. I finished the cuff and I'm working on the leg. So yeah, it's not a massive amount, but it's progress nonetheless. So that is the second sock for August. Right, the next project that I have for you, I have ploughed away on this one. I need a bit more slack, please. Thank you. This next one is my grey Totoro by, I think it's Lucy Collins. Her name's not on the pattern, but I believe when I looked it up, it is Lucy Collins, and I will put the name, the designer's name alongside the pattern underneath. So, how am I doing? I'm doing very well, very well. I ploughed away with this, so it doesn't look like it, but that's where I got to the duck, and you can see I've done quite a bit, and I have also sewn his eyes down. So the past couple of weeks his eyes have been temporary, but I'm really pleased with where they are, so I just sewed them down. As you can see from here, I'm actually decreasing, and I can see that my hook is hanging on by a tender thread. There we go. Oh dear. So yeah, we're actually decreasing now, so I'll be able to hopefully start stuffing him soon, and then I can do his tummy, his arms, his ears, his tail, and then sew on his face features. I think that's all I've got to do. Just looking at him. Yes. I don't think I'll be doing the leaf that goes on the top of his head, because this is going to be for a child, and the less parts that can be ripped off the better, I think. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Not too bad, not too bad. I did start slowing down momentum wise with this one, but yeah, I've sort of been quite enjoying crochet again, quite a lot recently, so that's good, always good. Right, the final work in progress that I have for you today is my Find Your Fade shawl by Andrea Maori. I'm absolutely loving this shawl so much. I knew I would, but I'm loving it so much. 2 reasons for that. It is a beautiful pattern. It's so much fun to do. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I dislike about it. I don't think there is. No, there's not. And the other reason for being very excited about it is the yarn that I'm using is by West Green Loft Yarns. So I'm going to hold it up. There we go. It's by, it doesn't look great at this point in time, but it will look absolutely stunning. So if I bring that closer, the yarn is by West Green Loft Yarns, and they're all single skeins that I've bought just randomly, and I've decided that they're going to fade together, and I think they're going to look absolutely stunning. But if I bring this closer, you can see Boscastle here is where I finished off last week. And then I've actually gotten pretty far. Yeah, quite a good chunk of knitting done. Now, I have actually started on the second colour, and I think you can see here, this loose strand, if you will, is where I started blending the second colour. Now, it's not very obvious that that's what I've done, but I don't know if you can tell, this bottom section, it's going to be really hard to show you actually. Just being mindful of my tea. This bottom section is actually, stop focusing on my t-shirt. I do love Mars Attacks, but let's try and get that to focus. So this bottom section is actually a slightly darker blue than this top section. I think you can see that there, can't you? Let's just do that. There we go, let's do that again. So it is slightly darker. And the other difference is that there are these lovely sort of orangey speckles going throughout this one. I can show you a bit better here. There you go. So that lighter colour has a lot more of these speckles going on. So that being said, if I hold it back, I think you'll be able to see a bit more of the fading, and that this colour is different to this colour. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be a massive difference. That will come a bit later. And plus this bottom section, this first section, so to the end of this lace work, that's actually really small. So I don't mind that it's a subtle fade, you know, a subtle difference, because it's fine. It's a small section, it's fine. And I'm already loving it. Yeah, so this has become my bedtime knitting, because when I'm not doing this lacy section, all these yarn over bits, it's just garter work. There's a couple of bits in the middle and there's a couple of bits either end, but you know, other than that, I can quite happily knit and read at the same time. So that is what's taken it over from For Fox's Sake, I'm afraid, but I'm loving it. Ooh, sitting on things, I'm absolutely loving it. Now, I've come to the end of the works in progress. I do have a cheeky cast on for you. So harking back to when I was showing you my lovely tulip and bluebell, I really enjoyed doing a Toft project, and as I said, I have so many kits and patterns to do Toft wise, and it'd be nice to get some of that yarn used. So I figured I'm just going to cast on another Toft item. This needs to get done anyway, because I'm going to show you the book. I got this book, and it's the, oof, can you see that okay? Yeah, A Partridge in a Pear Tree by Toft, and it's crocheted 12 birds of Christmas. So you can see them all there. There we go. And then those ones. Absolutely gorgeous. Love them. So I wanted to do these. There's no real deadline. I mean, technically Christmas would be the deadline, but whether it's Christmas this year, next year, whatever, I want to do them eventually. That's my plan. And then maybe I could line them up along here or along my sofa the other side. Not sure yet, but I know I want to do them. So I thought, why not start? Let's just start. So I'm going to open it up. I've been boring and I'm starting from number 1. You know, I could have just, you know, opened it and selected a random page, but no, I'm starting with Felix the red-legged partridge, and there he is. Lovely little, sorry, the ring light's not being massively helpful, is it? There we go. There is another photo here. I'm going to try not to show the pattern, but this one might, there you go. How cute is he? He's gorgeous, isn't he? It's not working, is it? Kind of, yeah. Okay, so that's who I'm doing. I'm just going to put my bookmark back in there. There we go. So I have started him. I had training this morning with work. Training can be obviously very immersive, but a lot of it is just to retouch upon things that I already know, and I can concentrate on the training alongside doing a little spot of crochet. So that's what I've done, and that's where I've got to so far. If I bring this book up, actually, you can see. So Felix is here. There he is. And I've nearly done his body, actually. I can't really see that, can you? There you go. I've nearly done his body. So I've done the bottom colour. There you go. Let's just move that. I've done the bottom colour. I've done the middle section, and then I've done some colour changing up here for the top. So he's actually coming along quite nicely. I'm really, really pleased. And I'm using yarn. I'm so happy about that. Also, just quickly, this little string here, there you go. That's how I know where I am in the row. So if I show you, I'm partway through a row at the minute, but I know that when I get to this stitch here, this black stitch, it's not going to focus, is it? There we go. I need a better way of doing this. There we go. So I know when I get to this black stitch here, because that's the one that's holding this string of yarn, I know that's going to be the last stitch of that round. So that's what this is, just in case you see it at any point. This is a thing that Toft do. I'd never done this before until I found Toft. So I think they do have a video. I think they might have a video on how to do this. So just have a little look at their YouTube channel. If not, just drop me a comment and then I can always just do a little short on how to do it. Might just do that anyway, but I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, absolutely loving it so far. So Felix is underway, which is very exciting. Ah, I do love that. Right, I'm just going to have another quick sip of tea. How am I doing time-wise? Oh, and also, apologies for my hair. Wednesdays, I usually go swimming. I have swimming lessons on Wednesday evening. So I don't see the point of washing my hair because I'm going to have to wash it later anyway. So it's quite difficult. My hair is not looking its best today, let's put it that way. I had a very late night last night. So I didn't really get a chance to do anything nice with my hair, so I apologise. But that is probably why it looks a bit bedraggled and a bit messy. There's just no point. I'm going swimming later, so it's going to get even worse. Full of chlorine and all that goodness. But anyway, we are now on to acquisitions. I do have a couple to show you today. There is something else on its way, which I'm very excited about. But I'm very excited about things I have to show you. So we're going to start with the one that's least exciting. Excuse the rustling. It was from Lovecrafts. Absolutely love Lovecrafts. Brilliant. Really good service. So this is I'm going to try and whiz through these. I basically have a number of crochet dolls that I need to make for family and friends. And I'm running out of cotton yarn. I don't have enough colour-wise. So I've topped up, basically. That's what this is. So we're going to try and whiz through these as quick as possible. This one is the first one. This is by, it's Rico Design, isn't it? So like the smallest label in the world. I think it's Rico Design. Yeah, Rico Design, and it's Rico Rumi. I'm going to hold the other one and read it. Rico Rumi DK 100% cotton. That label is far too shiny to show you. I've got two of these, and they are in the colourway. It says 034, but I feel like the colourway is denim. But it's colourway 34 of those, and these are, is it 25 gram balls? Gosh, these are, oh yeah, 25 gram balls. There we go. So I've got two of those. And these will be for Florence Nightingale's dress, I think. I'm doing this off my memory. I also got Paint Box Yarns, Cotton DK. This ball is, I think, is it 50 grams? Why are they not very helpful? 50 grams. And the colour is mustard yellow. Now, this might either be for Frankenstein's monster or for Amelia Earhart. I'm not sure yet. Or it might even be for Anne Frank. No, Anne Frank's got no yellow. Another one. I'm not whizzing through these. Paint Box Yarns, Cotton DK. And this colourway is Granite Grey. Again, I think this one is for Joan of Arc, I think. Oh, well, same with these two. So again, Paint Box Yarns, Cotton DK. And this colourway is Elephant Grey. And again, Paint Box Yarn. You can tell which ones I like to use. And the colourway is, I think that's Slate Grey. Slate Grey, yeah. Okay, next one. Now I got these two because I wasn't sure which one to go for. So again, Paint Box Yarn, Cotton DK. And this one is Paper White. So this is as bright a white as you can get, I believe. And then because I wasn't sure about going for the bright white, I also got this one here, which is called Light Champagne. So I just wasn't quite sure which one I'd prefer, whether I wanted the really, really bright white or the slightly off-white. And I can't remember who they're for. It might be for Florence's pinafore. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I just can't remember. I've got another yellow here. Again, I think this might have been just to test which colour. So Paint Box Yarns again with Buttercup Yellow. Okay. So these two, they're not too much difference. So this is the mustard yellow and this is the buttercup yellow. So you can see the difference there. This one's quite bright. This one's a bit more mustardy. I'll show you the greys together actually. I'll show them in a line. Granite Grey is here. Middle one is Slate Grey. And then this one here is Elephant Grey. So you can see the differences between those. Okay, right. Still not getting a wiggle on. This one, again, is Paintbox Yarns Cotton DK, and it is Pillar Red. And I think this one was for Anne Frank, I think, for a little coat, jacket, possibly. Then I wasn't sure about which one to get for these. This is for Frankenstein's Monster. So I got both just to see what the difference was. So I've got Paintbox Yarn, again, Cotton DK. This one is Pale Lilac. There you go. And then I got this one, again, Paintbox Yarn, Cotton DK. There we go. And this one is Dusty Lilac. I really like this one. So if I hold those two up together, this one is the Pale Lilac, this one is the Dusty Lilac. You can see it's very subtle, but it is there. In fact, I think it's more obvious in no, actually that's a pretty good demonstration of it. Okay, and then finally, for lots of hair, because there's a lot of hair to go through, I got this one. I think I've used this one before actually. This is Paintbox Yarn, Cotton DK again, and this one is called Coffee Bean. I think I used this for Audrey Hepburn's hair, and then Paintbox Yarn, Cotton DK, and Soft Fudge. So that's those two together. This is the Soft Fudge and this is the Coffee Bean. They look so much better held back here actually. So if I grab those greys, hold them up, you can see there's more of a difference. So Elephant Grey, Slate Grey and Granite Grey. So you can see the difference there. Right, okay, so that's all of them. That is all of the cotton yarn that I got. As you can tell, I've got a lot of little dolls to make. I usually use these cotton yarns just because, I don't know, it's just what I'm used to using for them. And I really like the way they are with these yarns. I can't explain it, I just like it. Don't know why, but yes, that's what I use for my amigurumi dolls. Right, now the final acquisition I've got to show you actually arrived this morning, and it's half the reason I've delayed doing, because it's lunchtime. It's gone past lunchtime actually, so I'm starving. I really need to eat. But I'm so pleased it's arrived. I'm very excited to show you. Now, it is yarn and it's a new dyer to me. They are based in the UK, and I have had a number of conversations with the lady who owns the business, Tanya. She is lovely. And I've been eyeing up a particular colourway for a long time, and I've just gone and bought it because it's absolutely gorgeous. So it's not just this that I have bought, I bought another thing as well, but I'll show you that second. But this colourway I've been eyeing up for so long, so I'm so happy to have it. So the dyer, I'll show you the card first, is Boscastle Yarn, and I believe, are they based in, well, they're based in Boscastle in the UK, and she's got a lovely little note on the back here, which is lovely. Gorgeous. I quickly flash that. Lovely little note. So the first colourway that I've been eyeing up for ages is this one, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So let's bring that closer. This is called Muscle, and it's just, the colours going throughout this are unreal. That purple up here, beautiful. It's just stunning. Such a beautiful colourway. And as I say, I've been eyeing this up on her Etsy store for such a long time, and then I saw this other thing and then I thought, oh my gosh, yes, I'm going to get that as well. And yeah, it just all came together perfectly. But that is the one that I've been after. So all of the yarn that I'm about to show you is 4-ply sock yarn. It's fingering weight, so that's 75% merino, 25% nylon, and this is 100-gram skein. Gorgeous. There's her label there, Boscastle yarn, and the colourway is Muscle. It's beautiful. I'm looking forward to figuring out what I'm going to make with this, to be honest. Cannot wait. Right, excuse the rustle. I've not fully opened this yet, but she has done some kits, and recently Andrea Maori released a new pattern, so I'm going to quickly show you that. This is it. If you haven't seen it, this is it. And it's the Rad Plaid Cowl by Andrea Maori. You can't really see it too well, but it is absolutely beautiful. And I've been seeing on Tanya, the lady who owns Boscastle Yarn, sorry, it just fell off my lap, the lady who owns Boscastle Yarn is currently working on this pattern, and I've been looking at her stories, seeing it come together, and it's absolutely beautiful. And then I saw this kit and I just could not refuse it. It just looked stunning, and now I have it here. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to show you it in the packet. Oh, but this is the colourways that I've gone for. Isn't it beautiful? It is absolutely stunning. I haven't read the pattern, so I don't quite know how it comes together. But I believe obviously the fluff is involved somewhere. But hold that there. I think, oh, it's going to be beautiful, isn't it? So they do all have names as well. I love it when they have names. So this one here is called Gorse and Granite. I think this is actually a colourway I've eyed up before as well. So I'm really happy that that is part of this kit. The middle one is Surrey Silk Lace. So this is the Baby Surrey Alpaca and Mulberry Silk, and it's called Crowdy. And it's that lovely blue there. I should probably take them out, but there we go, that's those two. And then this one on the end is called Valency Valley, and that is such a stunning green. I'm going to take them out. Bear with me. They're coming out. Oh, oh no, it opens that way. Sorry, apparently I don't know how to open stuff. Apologies. All right, we're in. There we go. Right, now, okay, let's start that again. Boscastle yarn once more, and Gorse and Granite. There we go. Beautiful. I've got a real thing for yellows and greys lately. A real thing for them. So that is the first one. The second one that I mentioned, oh, that's so soft. That's beautiful. This is the Surrey Alpaca. Well, is that right? Yeah, Baby Surrey Alpaca and Mulberry Silk. Love that colour. That is going to look so beautiful. Beautiful. And then the final colour is Valency Valley. How lush. Oh yeah, that looks so good on camera. I was worried it wouldn't pick it up, but wow, yeah. That is picking up all the colours, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful colourway that. As soon as I saw, I'm not usually a green person, but as soon as I saw this with the other colours, if I hold them all up, I just thought, I cannot resist. How beautiful are they going to be? Stunning. Love these colours. Yes, absolutely love them. And then she threw in a very beautiful mini skein, which is absolutely stunning. So in its own right, it's absolutely stunning. So here is that absolutely stunning mini skein that she added in. How beautiful is that? Absolutely gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of the Muscle. I mean, it could even be a sock with a contrast, kind of, because there are a few more blues in there. But isn't that stunning? Beautiful. So I'm just blown away, really. How stunning are they? Absolutely love them. Oh, I just don't have words. I don't have words for how beautiful these colours are. Aren't they lovely? So that is my first ever purchase from Boscastle Yarn. Highly, highly recommend her. She dyes absolutely stunning yarns, and she's an absolutely wonderful human being. I would hopefully like to meet her one day, because as I say, we have chatted back and forth a couple of times, and she seems like such a lovely person. And her yarn dyeing skills are stunning. I can't even get the words out apparently, but they're absolutely beautiful. I mean, you can see for yourself, they're absolutely stunning. So I'm very, very excited to get to work with them, especially these three, because they are a kit for a specific pattern, which I have. So hopefully I will cast that on soon. I'm not sure when, but hopefully soon. I really need to figure out my works in progress. I'm still trying to get them down, but I'm also reaching that point where I'm thinking, I just want to cast things on, especially these. And I do have another kit coming, but I do really want to cast this on because it's beautiful. It's a new pattern, and I feel like I'm getting behind with stuff. which is why I cast on Felix. But I don't know. I mean, I'm doing all right with getting them down, so I might have a rethink and a reshuffle, and I might scrap it. You heard it here first. But at the minute, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I feel pretty good with everything, to be honest. I'll probably have a look when it comes to the month-end video, and I might have rethought it again. Yeah, I feel like restricting myself by needing to finish 2 projects in order to enable me to cast something new on is great, and it has helped. I've managed to get my works in progress down massively, but equally I would quite like to get some new stuff cast on, so that's starting to come above my wanting to get my works in progress down. So things may change, stay tuned, everything may change. Don't know yet. But yes, so I'm going to leave you with that wonderful musing, and yeah, I better get back to work. So I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of the day and rest of the week, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.